T-Man 978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, T-Man 978 reviewing Bad Cube Robot Old Timer Series Demolition's Brawny. He's the second robot in their Old Timer series. Box. It's pretty much just plain image right there. I like it. This stuff right here, which you can also see on his tech specs. Pause here if you want to read any of that. There was a deal going on where if you bought both of these figures together, you'd also get this Quint journal, which has a bunch of accessories for Brawny. I'm going to go into them later. Inside, you get this instruction manual. It shows you everything inside, but it only shows you one collector's card, even though it comes with two. There are other cool things inside right here. Speaking of collector's card, there was a snafu. This image should be on the back of that card, but what they did was they put the wrong images on the wrong backs of the cards. So you could have it like this, flip it around, or have it like this. But with another future release, they actually gave us the correct cards. I'm not sure which release that was, whether Sun Surge or some other figure. Getting to the main event, here is Brawny in his vehicle mode. He is covered in repro labels. Here, 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 here. Actually, not the lights, but these lights back here and there. I believe that's it in vehicle mode. But he looks good. He looks like a short little SUV type vehicle. Just like this guy right here. They are highly similar. So he's very faithful here. Things of note for me: hard plastic tires, transparent headlights. You can see those arms, but they kind of look like seats in that window right there. Reflective mirrors. This tire up here actually spins too. That's not necessary, but it looks nice overall. One accessory that he comes with, if you bought him singularly, is this drill that he used to dig underground in like one, possibly two episodes. That has repro labels applied as well, those silver parts. Inside the Quint journal, that's really meant for Backland, who is out back on the G1 cartoon, there are some extra accessories for both characters. It opens up, they have a little baggie with the accessories. The accessories that Brawny can use is this little tire mount thing right here. You can cover that up. Keep his tire more secure, even though I couldn't take it off when I tried. He also comes with this, or that Quint guide comes with this cannon right here, which is supposed to be really Megatron's cannon that Brawn used on the cartoon. It fell off of Megatron, or he knocked it off, I can't remember, and he actually fired it. But with this new mount, you can peg it right here, and now he has a gun on top, very similar to Backland. The other accessories are for robot mode, so I'll get into that later. Be careful with these side view mirrors. This one was actually broke off, but I actually was able to put it back on with Crazy Glue, which was nice. Just in case anyone cares, this is what it looks like on the bottom. Size comparison, lazy eyebrow reviewer's favorite, MPB. I think they look good together. I wonder how he thinks, but whatever. Here is a Ratchet. And here is my comparison sleeve right here. There, he's probably too big. And Ratchet, maybe there. Maybe Ratchet's the right size. I don't know. Transformation is very simple and intuitive. First thing to do is pull off this canister right here. And now we can, with your thumbnail, you can start pushing that forward to get this piece to come off. And maybe grab at this and separate that. Now this can unfold and it's a gun. Keep these little pieces handy. Once you pop this, everything else is self-explanatory, but stick around if you need help. Peg that down there. Same thing over here. Lift up here, fold here, and fold that under. Unpeg here and here. Bring the legs out and unpeg there. Straighten everything. Like, make sure that that kneecap is out in the front. Pull the foot down and spin around on both sides, down and forward. While the legs are still open like this, grab the little canister pieces and where it makes sense, plug the canister piece right there into the back of the leg. Next, you bring this panel down and it pegs right there in that hole you just saw. Same thing over here. Pull these out to the side on both sides. Untab the front right here. Untab here as well. Fold this in and go ahead and bring this back and lift this up like that. Now we can collapse these here. Rotate this down here on both sides and shove that in. When you shove those sides in, these basically need to be flush right there. There are pegging points inside of there. Now you need to rotate these panels up like this and go ahead and close these to peg into the sides. Now you can pull the arms down and there's a panel right here where you can flip out the hand and shut the panel. Panel here, flip out the hand, close the panel, bring it back down. This little piece, I'm going to go into that, push that up, stand him up, and now he is in robot mode. I really like Brawny's robot mode. I mean, he is definitely decently posable. He has more posability in his head than I would have ever imagined, where he can look up like that much. Of course, he has all that hollowness, which is a bit unsightly. And let's zoom in on that face. I mean, he is a perfect masterpiece toy. This is what the back of his head looks like. I guess you're not really supposed to see the back of Brawn's head, but he's a little bit thicker than his cartoon self, but this is what Brawn looks like. This is what I remember Brawn looking like in a cartoon, and it is awesome. He has repro labels on his forearms and around his wrist. Kind of don't like the ones around the wrist because they're already peeling. So, I don't know. I might just peel them all the rest of the way off. This is a repro label, that and this. But he looks a ton like I remember him on the cartoon, which is definitely awesome. He has a gun. Open his hand. Slots in easy enough. I don't remember him having a gun too much in the cartoon, but I'm pretty sure he had a little gun here or there. If you flip his hand in, another accessory he comes with in the Quint Journal is this torch he used in like the first episode of More Than Meets the Eye. Hook that on, do this, and now he can burn through things and weld, which is a nice thing to be able to do. Here's an optional face in the Quint Journal. I suggest putting something up in there and pushing up towards the brow and not grabbing at the chin. That'll probably help you not break anything. He still has his eyes there, and this new face tabs onto the eyes. And now you can see he's more snarling and angry and ready to fight. This fake Megatron pistol has an optional handle right there. You can pull that on that. And now he can actually hold this in his hands. So there's that right there if you want him to have a bigger gun. It also rotates right here. I don't know if you actually need that functionality in robot mode. Would have been cool if they made this drill able to fit over top of this right there, but they didn't think about that. Other posability that he has besides the neck, his arms can go out that far and of course rotate. The biceps are extremely tight, and he has double jointed elbows that can crunch all the way. the wrist can wiggle a little bit. Rotate, the fingers open up all together. He has a waist joint that can pretty much go 360. This joint right here seems to hinge down. You kind of need to do that depending on how you have his legs, because if it stays up, they kind of hit and bump right there. But they can go all the way out to the side, kick forward, kick back. The knees are basically technically double jointed, but you can't get a huge bend right there. And the ankles can rotate all the way around. They can't tilt forward, but they can pivot a little bit, and the toe moves up like that. So he's very posable. Now, finally, after waiting an eternity, I can recreate this moment right here where Starscream basically killed him with Megatron. Here he is with the other guys who butted horribly in the beginning of Transformers the animated movie. Oh, so sad. Here's this comparison, and according to the Sunbow scale chart, he is supposed to be like a head taller than Bumblebee. And here he is with the G1 figure, or G1 version of Brawn. And yes, this is a major upgrade that we've been wanting for over 30 years. So there you go with that. Brawny is a really cool representation of a Masterpiece Transformers Brawn. And I really like him. Like, he's so cool that I don't even have to pose him with a weapon. All he needs is this optional face that they packaged in with the Quint journal. And I don't have too many complaints. The plastic quality is decent. I would say overall, I feel like he's somewhere between a Voyager and a Deluxe as far as the feel of the plastic. Some tolerances, like the tight biceps right there, I don't like that, but that's pretty much, oh yeah, and this droopy thing right there. Like, let's let you see that back here. Depending on how you look at them, that might bother you, it might not, but it's a really good figure. The transformation isn't difficult. Considering this is made by Bad Cube, that's saying something. Their later transformations are way more involved. But this is a nice figure. He's hard to come by, and when you do come by him, he's extremely expensive because Bad Cube has not reissued him or Backland, and they were already close to $100. For me, I would say that this is more of a $50 figure, $50 to $60. Now, I don't know the price of parts and whatnot, but I don't think it should have been the $100 that it came out as. And when they re-release it, if they ever re-release it, I don't know if they're going to lower the price, but if this thing is way over 100, I would just wait. I wouldn't buy it for more than $100. But that's just me. But he does look good, and he does represent what he's supposed to represent. Great. So, if you like this video, let me know you liked it by clicking the like button. Let me know by sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Telling me directly that you liked it. And what you liked and what you didn't like and whatnot. Anyway, thank you for watching. T-Man978, out of here. Here's this comparison, and according to the Sunbow skits. Here's this comparison, and according to the Sunbow. Here's this comparison, and according to the Sunbow scale chart. Oh my God. Here's this comparison, and according to the Sunbow scale. Why can't I say Sunbow scale chart? Here's this comparison, and according to the Sunbow scale chart, he is supposed to be like a head taller than Bumblebee.